Let's be honest. You're exhausted, not because you've done too little, but because you've done too much for too long, for all the wrong reasons. And yet the world keeps shouting, do more, hustle harder, wake up earlier, outperform, outwork, outlast. But what if I told you the most life-changing thing you could do right now is nothing? I mean it. What if everything you're chasing, the clarity, the peace, the inspiration, the relationship, the success, isn't found by pushing harder, but by stopping completely? What I'm about to share with you in this video is going to help you change your life forever. But there's one thing that you're doing wrong. One thing that won't allow you to get what it is that you want. And here's why. See, here's the quiet truth that almost no one tells you. Nothing in your life will actually work until you stop forcing it, until you stop controlling, overthinking, overcomplicating, and trying to micromanage the entire experience of being human. Because the truth is, most of us are not exhausted by life. We're exhausted by our resistance to life. We're not overwhelmed because we're broken. We're overwhelmed because we've never been taught how to sit in stillness without trying to fix it all. But here's the secret. Stillness is not the absence of movement. Stillness is the absence of resistance. And in that stillness, something powerful begins to happen, not outside of you, but within you. This is where we meet the ancient concept of Wu Wei. It's a Taoist principle that roughly translates to effortless action. It's not about doing nothing in the lazy sense. It's about doing nothing unnecessary. It's about becoming so aligned with the natural rhythm of life that your actions begin to flow effortlessly, like water. Water doesn't force its way through stone. It moves around it. Over time, it wears it down. With patience, with power, with no need to fight, because it's in harmony. Now think about your life. Where have you been pushing, forcing, controlling, and how's that working out? See, the more you chase something out of fear or desperation, the more it slips through your fingers, because energy is felt. Life isn't responding to your words, it's responding to your frequency. And when your energy is coming from panic, from grasping, from "I need this to feel okay," you're not attracting what you want, you're repelling it. But when you let go, when you do nothing, not out of defeat, but out of trust. Imagine where your life could be 30 days from now if you applied what you're learning here. I've created an easy-to-follow guide to help you do just that. No fluff, just real tools that work. You'll find the link in the description below. Now, let's get back to the video. That's when everything changes, because now you're no longer trying to control the ocean. You've become part of the tide. But to even get there, you need to become something most people never do, the observer. This is where Eckhart Tolle's teachings become vital. He says that most suffering doesn't come from what happens, it comes from our identification with it. You're not upset because life is chaotic. You're upset because you believe you are the chaos. But what if you stepped back? What if, instead of reacting, explaining, fixing, proving, you just watched? What if you stopped trying to be the actor, the director, and the critic all at once and simply became the audience? That's the observer state. It's where freedom lives, where you realize, I am not my thoughts, I am the awareness behind them. And from that space, you no longer need to do something about every emotion, every thought, every fear. You just let it pass. And that, right there, is the spiritual practice most people will never learn: non-reactivity. Because we've been taught that power looks like domination, control, command, loudness, movement, but real power is in the pause, in the deep, intentional non-response. You want a breakthrough in your life? Try sitting in silence and not reacting to the next urge to fix everything. Try not texting back. Try not defending your point. Try not giving energy to things that steal your peace. Because here's what happens in stillness. Your intuition wakes up. You begin to feel what's real instead of trying to force what isn't. See, there's a kind of magic that only shows up after the noise fades. But most people never get there because they never stop long enough to hear it. And while everyone else is busy chasing clarity by sprinting, you find it by sitting. This is why doing nothing is not a waste of time. It's an investment in inner power. Because when you stop running from yourself, you finally meet yourself. And from that place, decisions get easier. People reveal themselves, paths open that you didn't even know were there, because you were too busy forcing another one. And if you want proof of this, just look at the neuroscience. When you stop focusing, when you daydream, when you rest, your brain switches into something called the default mode network. This is the network responsible for creativity, deep thinking, and big picture clarity. It only activates when you're not problem solving, meaning the answers you're desperately looking for won't come from thinking harder. They'll come from thinking less, from letting go, from trusting that your soul knows something your mind hasn't figured out yet. But we don't trust that anymore, do we? We've built a world where urgency is a virtue, where rest is seen as weakness, where your worth is measured in output. But here's the truth. You don't become powerful by burning out. You become powerful by protecting your energy so fiercely that the world begins to adjust to you, not the other way around. And the moment you stop overthinking, overreaching, over-explaining, you become magnetic. Why? Because in a world addicted to noise, stillness is rare. And what's rare becomes valuable. So when you master the art of doing nothing, not in laziness, but in presence, you begin to move differently. You stop chasing love and attract it. You stop chasing answers and receive them. You stop chasing success and align with it. You stop chasing peace and become it. So if you're tired of forcing, pushing, proving, try this. Do nothing. Just for a moment, sit with yourself. No goal, no fix, no agenda, just be. And watch what happens, because nothing in life will work. Until you do. And sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is absolutely nothing at all.